Hi everyone, welcome back to Social Studies. We're going to continue learning about our different branches of government and what that might look like in the state of Michigan and our local government. Local government is the government in our own community. So let's revisit our different branches of government. So our first one here is our legislative branch. Say legislative. Good. Last week we learned that they have the power to create laws and change laws, and they include the Senate and the House of Representatives in our U.S. Capitol building, which is located in Washington, D.C. Our executive branch, say executive. Good. Our executive branch is headed by our president. They are able to sign laws, make sure laws are carried out. They can appoint Supreme Court justices. And this includes, like I just said, the president, the vice president, and the presidential cabinet. So again, the executive branch is headed by our president. Our last branch of government is the judicial branch. This is our Supreme Court. They judge big issues. Everybody say judicial. Good. They consist of judges, justices, and the Supreme Court. They make sure all of our laws are constitutional, which means that our laws are fair. Now that we have reviewed our three branches of government, we know that those are the branches of government for our whole nation. So our whole entire United States of America. But we also have our branches of government within our state government and our local government. That's what we're going to talk about today. So let's look at our state of Michigan first. Let's go ahead and read this passage here. I'm going to read it for you and you can go ahead and follow along. If you want to have it read to you again after we're done, you can always go on to Studies Weekly and have it read to you, again. State governments also have elected officials and three branches of government. The leader of the state is the governor. The governor appoints officials and signs or vetoes bills passed by the state legislature. The governor is also the commander-in-chief of the state's military forces. So, just like our overall government, we have our three branches of government within our state government. All right, so think about that. We have three branches of government in our state government. What does that mean? That means, just like on our other page here, we have a legislative branch for just the state of Michigan. That is going to be held in our Michigan State Capitol building. It looks a little different from our U.S. Capitol here. So our legislative branch of Michigan is again going to house a different Senate and House of Representatives, who are people that we elect to go make laws for us. That is just Michigan laws in our legislative branch of Michigan. We also have somebody in charge of our executive branch in Michigan. In Michigan, who do you think is in charge of our executive branch of government? If for the whole federal government, we have our president is in charge of our executive branch. For Michigan, who do you think? If you said Governor Whitmore, you would be correct. She is in charge of our executive branch in Michigan. And lastly, we also have our judicial branch, which is going to be our different courts throughout Michigan. We also have a Michigan Supreme Court, where the cases in Michigan can go to at the highest court of just Michigan. Let me go back here. So again, in our state, we also have our three branches of government. Let's go ahead and take a look at our local government. So just like for state and just like for our large federal government, we also have three branches of government. Let's go ahead and read this here. The executive branch of the local government includes the mayor and the city manager. Local communities elect the mayor. The city manager is hired by the mayor or the city council. The city, town, and county council members represent the legislative branch. Together, they carry out the city or town council's policies. The state constitution gives them the authority to make policies and laws. So again, just like our state government, we also have 3 branches of government in our local government. Okay? Last thing I want to talk about in this video is government services. So we're going to go ahead and read through this first. Government services. A tax is money that citizens pay to the government. Taxes are also added to the cost of goods and services. The government uses tax money to pay for community services that make our lives better. All levels of government provide services to ensure the safety, well-being, and opportunity within the community. So, for example, if you go to the store and you pick out a really awesome new toy, that toy might say a certain price on it. But then when you get to the register to check out, that toy is going to cost a little bit more than what the price tag said. That is because of tax. Every time you buy something from the store, there is a tax put on it. That tax is going to add 6 extra cents for every dollar. So let's try to do some math real quick. If you buy a toy that is worth $1 and you go to the store and then you go to check out, and you thought it was $1, but you go to the checkout, how much do you think that $1 toy would be with tax? If you said 6 cents, that would be right, because we have to add 6 cents to our tax. Let's try one more. If we buy a toy that is worth $2, and I see the price tag, my toy says $2, I go to checkout, what do you think the cost of my toy will be after I add my tax, if 6 cents is added to every dollar? My toy would cost $2.12 because you have to add 6 cents for every dollar that you bought. All right? Where does that money go? So you're giving more money to taxes. Every time you buy a toy at the store, that money is going somewhere else. Where is it going? Let's see. Examples of government services include police officers and firefighters. They protect us and keep us safe. Free health clinics and emergency rooms are government services. Public and city parks provide human recreation. They also protect wildlife. Schools and libraries help us get educated. All these services are paid for by taxes that community members pay. So think about your school. Your school isn't making any money by selling a product or by doing some sort of business, for example, a fast food place. They make money and they're able to make money by selling things. Schools don't do that. So we have to have money provided through taxes to help us be able to run an amazing school. Okay? If you have any questions on any of this information, please feel free to reach out to me. You are going to be moving on to a work page next. You can go ahead and listen to my next video that I will be reading that to you, or you can download that right into Notability and then submit it back into Schoology.